Hey, welcome to another quick tip. This time it's for what you would recommend new LARPers, so to speak. Foam fighting games like Dragon here can be nice introductions to full-on roleplay. I know my interest in LARP has grown since joining the Dragon harem. Foam fighting games don't really... I know what phone fighting games is. It's basically, isn't it like buffer LARPs? Or what you call buffer LARPs? I'm not entirely sure of the whole category segmenting LARPs into different groups. And also, really, I know of Dragon here, but I'm not familiar with it. If I remember correctly, I think Dragon here is a fantasy setting buffer weapon LARP-ish. It's what I would call a classical fantasy junior LARP setting. Only like a junior LARP, you have like an age group of teenagers, which is like, that's the age that you're working with, but technically you don't need to do that because you can go up in like any age. But yeah, when I say junior LARPs, I mean safe for family-friendly LARPs. I don't know if Dragon here is that, but anyway, what I call junior LARPs is like family-friendly LARPs, which is focused more on fighting, which is also what's mentioned here, foam fighting. It's a good place to start LARPing. I think everybody of us has probably in some way or another started in this type of LARPing, in this category of LARPing. Personally, I started out in Rippen in their old Waldheim campaign, which was freaking epic. This is where LARP culture clashes, because I'm used to one specific type of LARP and a very specific culture of LARP. And I know that especially like Dragon here, which is American, I believe, has a very different style of LARPing. But in any case, I do think that it's not the one that requires the most equipment. It sounds like it's more focused on fighting, hence the foam fighting aspect of it. For a lot of us, yeah, it is a really good way of getting into LARP, and then the roleplay aspect of it comes later. For me, personally, I was more interested in the roleplay aspect, and also the fact that I could go around, play with a sword, and hit on people that also wanted to play with a sword and hit on people. Plus there was elves and dwarves and everything, and magic and mages and wizards. Yeah, I love fantasy. Well, if you have a new LARPer friend or somebody you want to bring into LARPing, especially younger players, or if you have kids that you want to bring into LARPing, maybe a foam fighting game is a good way to start. Then again, I don't really know what foam fighting really covers, so I would say a family-friendly junior campaign LARP, especially for younger players. For older players, it'd probably be more sort of like, if you're interested in the fighting aspect of it, yeah, go to like a foam fighting, buffer fighting game. Denmark, we have like, what's it called? Krigslive, which is like war LARP. But that's not really so much focused on the roleplay aspect, it's more focused on armies clashing against each other. You know the old Warhammer tabletop thing? Yeah, it's like that, only in real life. You can Google Krigslive on the YouTubes and probably find some pretty nice epic battle scenes. Anyway, new LARPers, bring them to simple LARPs. I don't want to call them simple LARPs, because LARPs aren't really that simple. I mean, they are simple, but they're never... It's kind of hard to explain because there are more into it. Yeah, foam fighting LARPs, buffer LARPs, stuff like that. Basic LARPs. They're good start. They're a good place to start. Or what do you think? Leave your suggestions down in the comment below. I think this video is probably going to be that. Leave your suggestions what you think is the best way of introducing somebody to a LARP. Maybe it's pen and paper, like the old RPGs, or yeah, the local campaign or something like that. Or tell how you started or got into LARPing. For me, it was the local campaign. Also, if you're going to get notified about all the new videos, be sure to subscribe to LarpForge channel and hit the bell, ring the bell, or what the new thing is that people are saying. That way you get a little notifications on your phone. You don't need to hit it if you don't want the notifications. Also, you know the last drill. If you have any quick tips and tricks, if you have any quick tips and tricks or advices for LARP, around LARP, or something just in general for LARP, in-game, out-of-game, in-character, out-of-character, leave them down in the comment section below also. That way it'll pop up here in a video at some point and sometime, so we can spread our knowledge about LARP to the rest of the LARPers of the world. Anyway, I hope to see you LARPers later.